Good afternoon, everybody. Who's excited to be here? This is a big deal. This is a big deal. And there could be no better venue to celebrate the reclamations announcement than right here at the Grace Napolitano Pure Water Innovation Center. Thank you. It's great to stand with my colleague, Representative Napolitano, Representative Barragan, of course, Camille Toots, and she is such a champion and great at what she does. Give her a round of applause. Of course, my friend Adan Ortega and all the leadership at Metropolitan Water District, all the state and local leaders as well. It's a big day, not just for Southern California, though. Let's be very, very clear. And I think this is going to be a recurring theme as you hear from the other speakers. This is a great day for the Western United States because our fates are interconnected. Our fates are interconnected because our water infrastructure is interconnected. And as we grapple with the realities of climate change, we know that no more of the days where we saw each other as competition. If we go by the way we used to think about water, there's not enough water for anybody. So we have to figure out the way forward together. And that's exactly what we're doing because the Western United States has a special appreciation for what climate change really means. Even in years like these last couple of winters where we got a little bit more rain than average, or a little bit more rain than expected, we know that that's not going to be every year. We know that it's just a matter of time before we're back in drought conditions once again. And so we have to exercise every tool in our toolbox to make sure that everybody has access to quality, safe, and affordable water. That's the goal. That's the need. And so we know the magnitude of the challenges here. That's why it was a special day back in summer of 2021, right? Before a very wet winter that kind of saved us when there was a meeting of the minds in the U.S. Capitol. It can happen. It can happen. Senators Cortez, Masto, and Rosen from Nevada, Senator Feinstein, may she rest in peace, true champion for water in California, myself, Representatives Napolitano, Huffman from Northern California, Susie Lee, and others thought that as we were negotiating these landmark historic bills to invest in infrastructure, this was a golden opportunity to have the federal government think a little differently. You know, we were Californians and Nevadans coming together because we knew our common interest in reducing reliance on the dwindling supply of the Colorado River. Again, because of climate change. We knew our fates were hooked at the hip. So we knew that California had been a pioneer in so many ways when it comes to not just recycling water, but reusing water. I share with my kids, right? Because they get the lessons at school about trash and waste and recycling bottles and cans, right? What are the three R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. So how do we reduce consumption? That's where the conservation efforts have come in over the years and have benefited us. But before we get to the recycle, we also want to reuse. And we've been pioneers on reuse policies and technologies. But recycling is part of the bucket. California has shown that we can do it, and we can do it well. You know, I speak not just as the U.S. Senator today, but once upon a time, I was a member of the Los Angeles City Council in the early days of the city of Los Angeles, attempting to get into the water recycling business. The Los Angeles Daily News had other ideas at the time, other interests at the time. But here we are. We've shown that it's possible. And with the investments that we're announcing today, we're showing that it's not just possible at a small scale, that's helpful. But to truly meet the needs of the region and the nation and our economy, we need to do it at a big, big scale. And so it's in that spirit that the members of Congress, both houses, teamed up to write the bill, the measure that was included in the big bill to provide the funding for today. It wasn't easy, but we got it done. And we're making historic progress now to not just battle climate change broadly, but really tackle the most critical resource for the Western United States, water, water, water. And I remind us that just as our infrastructure is interconnected and so is our future and our fate, it's in that spirit of collaboration that we got it done, and that spirit of collaboration that we're going to continue to need in the years ahead, especially because these aren't just any types of projects. When the Metropolitan Water District's Pure Water Project is finally done and operational, it'll be the largest of its kind in the country and one of the largest in the world, capable of producing enough water for 1.5 million people. That's huge. But we know that's the kind of thinking that we need. And when you deliver on time and on budget, that helps us go back for more, right? Because whether it's the Inflation Reduction Act funding or the bipartisan infrastructure law funding, when I meet with a lot of cities and counties and state officials about what can we get more, when can we get more, the best way to help us advocate for more resources is to show that we're implementing this round very, very well. So let's generate some wins, let's show it can be done. And when we do, we'll be able to go back, not just for the down payment that this was, but for the additional funding that we need for more projects, for ongoing maintenance and operations as well. I've spoken long enough. Let me just say thank you all for doing your part. It's taken a team to get to this point today, and we're going to continue to need to work together, rely on each other in the years ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you for your leadership.